Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In the last video we have discussed about the for loop and we are almost finished over the basic of Python from the chapter 2. We are following this Python for data analysis by O'Reilly book, and today's we are going to start about the chapter 3, that is about very important concept in the Python known as the data structures. So why it is important to know about data structure? Because when we do a different kind of a data analysis, or we have to be put the data in a structure format, we should have a knowledge which data structure work well there to reduce the time complexity or the space complexity, what thing we should use. So in today's video we are going to discuss about the data structure, and we are going to start from the tuple. So a tuple is a fixed length and immutable sequence of the Python object. The tuple, once you define, you can't change its order. So that means it is immutable and it is of the fixed length. Once you create one tuple in the Python, now you can't change its length. Suppose you create the tuple of the length 3, now you can't add another element in the tuple. So going forward, let's jump to our Python notebook, where I just write in a short and what we are going to do in today's video. That also heading I wrote, and let's tackle one heading by step. So I already told the tuple is a Python data structure having the fixed length and the immutable sequence. This is the two main property of a tuple. That two properties make this data structure as tuple. So let's see first how we can create the tuple. Creating the tuple is very simple. You have to be define the numbers and just put the comma between them, and you can create the tuple. But I advise use always the parenthesis, because creating a tuple is very easy, but when it's come to the nested tuple, it's start confusing us. So I advise to put the parenthesis whenever you are creating the tuple. So let me create the first tuple and I show you here. So I define the tup is equal to what I told. Generally you can create the tuple by 4, 5, 6, 7. This is also the way you can define the tuple here. So now if you call this tup, so it is a 4, 5, 6, 7. But the best way, put parenthesis always. So why I'm telling to put the tuple in the parenthesis, because when it comes to the nested tuple, that means when we have another tuple, when we have to be create the another tuple, now like I want to create the 1, 2 also here, so it's easy for me to know that it is a nested tuple. So I can see the tuple is 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. It's a way to create the tuple in the Python. Now suppose you are dealing with some kind of a sequence or some kind of a string you are dealing. So like I'm taking the same example in the book. Suppose this is the string. You are taking any string, say like name is equal to what string. Now you want to convert. Now the name is not a tuple, so how to check the data type? So we can check any variable data type by just writing the type and inside that variable name. So type is name. If you write this type name, you can see it is a string, it's not a tuple. But what you can do, if you put here the tuple, yes, and put inside the name, and you're defining in the new variable, say let's say new tup, and now you are printing the new tup. Let's see what it will print. So now it's break the string in the different kind of elements, that is the string. So now it's become a tuple. Now how we know it's a tuple? Just write the type here, so you can believe now it's a tuple. So that's a way to convert any sequence or any list, any string, anything into the tuple. Just you have to be invoke, just you have to be write the tuple before the bracket, before the parenthesis, and it will be converting the tuple. Okay, same goes to the list as well. Now we know how to create the tuple, then we know how to convert any sequence or any list or the different data structure into the tuple. Okay, so these two things we covered up to this time. So now let's come to how we can access the elements from the tuple. If you remember, when we study about the C++, that's the way how we access the elements from the list is same goes for the tuple. So let's say I define the new tup is my tuple. So new tup already I define, and I want to access the first element, so I have to be put the 0, so I can access the first element. Now I want to access the last element from this. So for the last element in this tuple, you have to put here -1. So you can see the last is a G. Okay, you can access the element like this. Just write the index number in the square bracket and you can get the this element. Now if you remember, in the starting I defined this nested tuple. So what is my tuple? So tuple is, if you remember, this is my tuple which I created in the starting of this video. Now if I want to access the 0 index, so I get this tuple because it is a nested tuple. Okay, then if I put here again 0, so I get the 4, because now first it is a nested tuple. From the nested tuple it become tuple. Now I am access the element from the tuple. So that is here come 4. So now if I put here 1, so you can see the 1 comma 2. So that's a way how we can access the elements from a tuple. Now after learn about how to access the element from the tuple, let's jump to the one time into the book and see what we cover up to this time. We covered what is about tuple, how we can create the tuple. We create the tuple in the enclose the value in parentheses. Then it's come to the nested tuple, already I explained. Then how we can convert any sequence or iterator to the tuple just by invoking the tuple name like they do here. So you can see now, say in the list they put the tuple, now it will become the tuple. The same example I explained you there. Then how to access the elements I already explained. You just have to be put in the square bracket the 0 or whatever the index you want to be fetched, you can access from this. Now that most important thing come like here come like the objects which are stored inside the tuple, if they are immutable. Let me give you an example, like list is a mutable and tuple is a immutable. So if you define the list inside a tuple, then you can change that list, but you can't change the object of a tuple. So let's say I'm creating the new tuple here. So this is a list foo 1 comma 2 comma true, and I'm invoking the tuple. That means now I'm converting this list into the tuple, and if I print here tup, so I can see this is the tuple. That means the 0 1 2, if you access the second element of this tuple is true, now you can't change this second element because tuples are immutable. Now if I put here false, right, and I just again print tup, so it will give you an error that tuple object does not support the item assignment. Why this error come? Because tuple is a immutable. You can't now change this true into the false. But see, you are defining here 1 comma 2. 1 comma 2 you are defined in a list, and list is a mutable. You can change any element, you can delete, you can add any element into the list. So inside this also you can either add or you either can append. So if I print here tup, if I here tup1 is 1 comma 2, and if I do append 3, and now if I print the tup, so you can see here the 1 comma 2 comma 3, one more element come add here. So the climax of this story is that tuples objects are immutable, but if you define any object which is a mutable inside a tuple, you can change it or you can remove it, but you can't remove the tuple object. This is very important question. You can expect this one question from your interview if you are giving the interview in service-based company. So after explaining these points, let's move and then it's come about the how we can concatenate tuples to create the longer tuples. You have to be pass here the addition, and you can see now the big tuple. The next thing is come how we can multiply a tuple by an integer. You have to define one tuple, then you have to be multiplied by any integer. And then moving forward about the unpacking tuples. So what is unpacking tuple? Suppose you are defining one tuple, that is a 4 comma 5 comma 6. Now if you define in the left hand side the same three variable, that is a new variable a comma b comma c, then you can say like the a take the 4 value, b take the 5 value, and c take the 6 value. So if I define this tuple in here, that is I come here, and if I define the tup is equal to 4 comma 5 comma 6, and now if I am defining a comma b comma c is equal to tup, I can print a, then for you I am just printing b and c also. This is my c and this is my b. This is the way like we can unpack the tuple values. Now if you remember when you learned the first time programming, the one of the basic program like in the first day what we learn in our programming, like swap two numbers. So we swap the number by using the temp variable, but swapping in a Python is very easy. Say how we do the swapping here. If you have a comma b in a Python, sorry, a comma b is equal to 1 comma 2 if you have, so the a is taking here the 1 and b is taking here the 2. Now if I want to swap the value of let's see, first a value is 1 and b value is 2. Now I want to swap these two numbers, so what I can do here, b comma a is equal to a comma b, and now if I check here, the a will take the value 2, b will take the value of 1. So the swapping in a Python is very easy compared to compare what we learned in the first day of our C programming language. And another thing is that suppose we are dealing with a sequence, we have a list, and in the list we have a different kind of a tuple. So how we can fetch that value, how we can unpack that value? So you know, in this sequence every tuple of the length 3, so you can define the 3 new variable a comma b comma c, and you can iterate through the for loop and you can print the value of a comma b comma c. Now before finishing the video, I would like to tell about that tuple is a immutable, so it can't you can't sort it. Like if you have the tuple here, so if I print the tup 4 comma 5 comma 6, and it's actually already sorted, so I'm just putting here the 956. Yes, so if I have the 956, so if I call here the sort function in the Python, it will give me an error. So reason is very simple why it give me an error, because tuple is an immutable. You can't sort the immutable object, you can only sort the mutable object. So that's the reason we are facing this error. That's all about the tuple, and I hope you like this video. And if you like this video, then please like, share and subscribe to my channel for the more videos. In the next video we will discuss about the list and dictionary and the set, and then we will jump to the NumPy. I hope you like this series. If you have any question, then let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching the video. Thanks a lot, and we'll meet you soon in the next video. Thanks. Bye bye.